Today, we're looking at the Nissan Altima and Hyundai Elantra. Hop in and let's go for a test drive. One of the greatest consumer driving experiences is when we feel the car is an extension of us. But believe it or not, core, back, and spine support from the driver's seat is the main cause of discomfort while driving. Do you know what limits us from achieving an optimally relaxed driving posture? Gravity. No one is immune from gravitational forces. It's the force that pulls everything down. And that's why Nissan set out to create passenger seats that provide maximum comfort for any drive. It actually took 10 years of design, research, and testing, and the result is the Nissan Zero Gravity seats. It was inspired by weightlessness and space. These seats have 14 different pressure points to put you in a neutral position while driving. It enables your spine to relax and feel weightless and reduces the amount of stress on our bones and joints. The seats were designed to support your hips, spine, and shoulders and also help increase blood flow to reduce fatigue and boost your energy. Personally, I feel they should also retrofit these seats to sell an office desk version. And even more important, the airplane seats. Anyway, this all probably makes you wonder if astronauts in the space station have the best piloting experience since they're unaffected by gravity. They just float rather than get pulled in any particular direction. In fact, they're so relaxed that when they return to Earth, it takes them several months to recover from the effects of weightlessness. Long periods of weightlessness have been linked to health problems, including weakened bones and muscles. But you don't need to leave Earth to experience weightlessness. When's the last time you rode on a roller coaster? As it's climbing steeply up towards the peak, you can feel the force of gravity. But after you hit the top, you get that curious sensation and thrill, a split second of zero gravity, when everything seems to sink inside you and you feel light and free. That split second is a glimpse of momentary weightlessness and that relaxed, neutral posture. Let's talk about the 2022 Nissan Altima. But first, a little history. The Altima has been in production for 29 years. They've had 6 generations since the debut. It has been a strong seller for Nissan, and it's regularly included in the top 25 best-selling cars in the United States. In case you're wondering, the Altima was a continuation of the Nissan Bluebird line that first appeared industry-wide in 1957. Nissan started producing the Altima in 1992. At that time, it was the world's first car to be equipped with an innovative active noise control technology. With each generation, the Altima has evolved in size, safety, engine technology, and transmission configuration. All Altimas from the first and fourth generations were manufactured exclusively in the United States. In 1993, sales quadrupled from some 30,000 to almost 135,000. Sales continued to gradually increase until it reached a peak of 335,000 in 2014. Today, almost 224,000 Altimas get sold each year. The V6 engine first appeared in the third generation of the Nissan Altima. This generation grew significantly in size from 108 cubic feet to just shy of 119 cubic feet. In addition, the third generation got a modernized suspension, using the same system as a high-speed Nissan Skyline supercar. For the latest model of front-wheel drive Altimas, the V6 has been replaced by a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that generates up to 248 horsepower on premium fuel. An all-wheel drive version is also offered, but not on the turbo engine option. The Altima is fuel efficient. It also doesn't differ much across the range of available trims. According to EPA estimates, the front-wheel drive Altima S is the most efficient with a rating of 32 miles per gallon for city and highway combined. Typical Altima buyer is a younger population between 25 and 40 years of age. Younger millennial buyers have taken interest in recent years due to its good fuel economy and interior space to accommodate the daily commute as well as weekend road trips. But let's talk about its competitor, and that is the Hyundai Elantra. In 1990, when the Elantra was first conceived, it was basically a smaller, shorter, and much less reliable copy of the Toyota Corolla. But a lot has changed since then. Aside from now being 20 inches longer, the quality of the Elantra is much better. By the way, have you noticed how cars today are getting bigger? If you've ever wondered why, there's several reasons. First of all, safety requires space. If we think back to those cars we see in the old films, it almost seems like the designers back then weren't too concerned with safety. Those cars are essentially metal boxes on wheels equipped with just a basic level of safety features. The same can't be said about today's cars. Nowadays, cars are bigger because they're designed to allow for more safety features like airbags and crumple zones. But don't think that safety is only synonymous with big cars. Look at the original Mini, the Fiat 500, or the original Vauxhall Corsa. All of these subcompact cars are built to withstand impact. Here's another interesting tidbit. In the old days, the thinking was you'd use a small car for short trips and a larger family car with a larger engine for long family road trips. But these days, we now expect even the smallest of engines to be capable of the most ambitious journeys without even giving it much thought. That all said, when we see a small car next to a big SUV, our sixth sense tells us that bigger is better. This is an aspect of human psychology that car makers make use of to their advantage. We can attribute a lot of this to Nissan, who helped start the revolution with the Qashqai. Previously, customers were happy with the hatchback, station wagon, or even a sedan. However, now they want a 4x4 for its height and size, and not necessarily for its off-roading capabilities and performance. Other car makers followed by adopting some of the SUV's design features. But now, back to the Hyundai Elantra. In the past 5 years, the Elantra has sold more than 177,000 units per year on average. In fact, believe it or not, the Elantra makes up 25% of Hyundai's total sales. 2021 saw the Elantra's first hybrid model. When people think of fuel-efficient hybrid vehicles, Toyota Prius is probably the first to come to mind. According to the EPA, the Prius can get an impressive 52 to 56 miles per gallon combined driving, depending on trim level. The Hyundai Elantra Hybrid, according to the EPA, is rated to deliver 50 to 54 miles per gallon, so it's nearly at par. But if you want to squeeze in more fuel efficiency, then hop in a Hyundai Ioniq Hybrid. This hybrid is rated to get between 55 and 59 miles per gallon combined driving. It also offers 26.5 cubic feet of cargo space, which is more than most versions of the Prius. Speaking of the Ioniq, its name is a compound word from chemical elements that reflect its concept. The first part of the name is from the word ion, an electrically charged atom. The second part of the name is from the last syllable of the word unique. Hyundai combined them together to mean a unique electrical atom. You can justify the name when you consider its impressive fuel economy compared to the Prius. If you're someone who loves 3 pedals of a manual transmission, then the new Hyundai Elantra offers something you'll love, a 6-speed manual transmission option. It is available with the N-Line and the N versions. The N-Line version is powered by a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that outputs 201 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 195 pound-feet of torque. And I will even tell you that you will really enjoy driving this car. From the moment you get behind the wheel, you'll feel the difference. It was tuned to drive as fast as possible through the German Nürburgring racetrack. The Elantra N has great handling and is fun to drive. It features a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that generates 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque to either a 6-speed manual or 8-speed DCT automatic transmission. It also comes equipped with electronic limited-slip front differential, giant brakes, 19-inch wheels with summer tires, and a complete list of N-tuned hardware and software. But now let's hop back to the Nissan Altima. Well, the Altima is in high demand and has advanced quite a bit with its technology. It doesn't have the best resale value. According to Car Edge, after 5 years, the Nissan Altima will depreciate by 59%. And that is assuming the car is well cared for and has no more than 13,500 miles of mileage per year. In other words, the Altima retains 40% of its value after 5 years of use. Well, these are statistics and numbers don't lie. If you're looking for a used Altima, the 2013 model is considered the worst for this car. It has the largest number of complaints. The biggest problem with the 2013 model has been an issue with the CVT, which can occur at just 53,000 miles on the odometer. The average cost of fixing this problem can be in a range of $3,000. One of the best years to consider is the 2011 model, as well as 2017 and newer. And what about used Elantras? This is probably just a coincidence, but the 2013 model year of the Elantra also turned out to be the worst. This was due to engine problems and a host of other issues like premature hub and wheel wear, which results in loud grinding noises, and likely you'll need to go to see the mechanic for a pricey repair job. Also that year, the engine was known to fail at around 72,000 miles with an average repair cost of $3,600. Interestingly enough, sales of the Elantra peaked in 2013 with some 248,000 models sold in the U.S. To Hyundai's credit, though, the company has continued to fix most of the issues seen in the 2013 Elantras, and they've improved its reliability, especially since 2018. These days, it's a good quality car overall. The Elantra's resale value is pretty average. It depreciates 51% after 5 years. In other words, it retains 49% of its value, assuming that it's been properly maintained. So, assuming you bought the car new for around $21,000, after 5 years, its resale value can be around $11,000. But now you tell me, which do you prefer and why? The Nissan Altima or the Hyundai Elantra? Have you tried the zero gravity seat? And if so, what is your impression? And if you have any joyful or horror stories, please comment below and share. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for your support.